Hi everyone. Um, Most of you have probably heard a lot about narcissistic abuse on various channels on YouTube. Um, Today I want to talk about the golden child and kind of give you a little bit of point of view from a golden child. I am a former, well, I should say a former golden child. Um, because we don't hear a lot of testimony from golden children. And I think the reason why is because very often most golden children never break away. That's unfortunately the bad stereotype most of us golden children have. But I'm sure there are quite a few of you, um, much like myself, that have broken away and have gone no contact. And for those of you that have been strong enough to do that and who have, you know, gotten the courage to break away, uh, congratulations. Seriously. It's not an easy thing. And I'm not saying it's easy for the scapegoat either. I would never say that, because any time you break away from any family, it's always a difficult situation, particularly your parents, because you don't want to think of these people as ever having trying to hurt you. You want to think of them as, the people who brought you into this world, who loved you, who wanted to take care of you. And sometimes that's not the case. Now, how is the golden child abused exactly? Um, I'm sure a lot of people have asked that question, because on the surface it really doesn't look like the golden child gets abused. Um, we see more physical abuse in the scapegoat, and emotional, mental abuse. Um, the scapegoat does bear the brunt of it. And I'm not going to deny that for 1 second. And there are going to be things that I'm going to go into in these videos that I am not proud of at all, having been a golden child. Um, but I feel that it's necessary to educate probably other golden children about the same thing, so that they too can make some wiser decisions in their lives, and realize that what's happening what's happening to them, what has happened to them, and what has happened to the scapegoat, it's wrong. And no parent should ever put their children through that. Now, the golden child, their main job in life is to be a mirror image of the narcissist. The narcissist needs that. They want to see themselves in someone else. It's the biggest trait of a narcissist, because they want to feel like they have some kind of a legacy. Um, so that's the purpose that the golden child fills for the narcissist. So what ends up happening? We get spoiled, we get showered with gifts, we get away with everything. Um, there is hardly any consequences for anything we do wrong. With that being said, there is also not a lot of life training and parental guidance going along with the golden child. So the golden child is pretty much left to their own devices while growing up, and particularly when they get out into the real world. And most of you probably know how I feel where this is concerned. Most of us, when we got out in the real world, we were not ready. Because that is a way that the narcissist will abuse the golden child. they will set us up for failure. The scapegoat, more often than not, will break contact with the parent. My sister did it very early on. I mean, she was out of the house at 16 years old, and she never looked back until she was much older. And then she got back in contact with my mom. That's another story. But my sister didn't waste any time getting away from my mom. Neither did my brother. And my brother seems like a second golden child. It's kind of a weird story, and I'll have to get into it later. So with that being said, more often than not, the scapegoat children do break away, you know, and they go on with their lives and everything. They're badly damaged from the abuse that they suffered. But they're a little more prepared for the world. They got thicker skin, I think. Golden children, on the other hand, we are not given any tools to go out into the world and to think for ourselves, or, you know, get along in social situations. We don't have any work ethic, because we're so used to being coddled, and we're so used to, you know, just having everything at our disposal without ever having to lift a finger. And the narcissist does this for a reason. It's not because they love you. It's not because they care about you. It is because they want to control you. They don't want you leaving. You are that mirror image of them. So what they do is they set you up for failure. That way, when you come into your adult years, you, like anybody else on the face of the planet, are going to start developing your own ideas, your own ways of doing things, and you're going to have your own thing going on. You know, your own dreams, your own ambitions, and they may not coincide with what the narcissist wants. What the narcissist will do is spend your entire childhood setting you up for failure, so that when you do reach that age, you're pretty much somebody that the world is going to chew up and spit out. And the narcissist knows that. Growing up, you start to express different opinions. The narcissist is going to dangle that little carrot and say, no, you need to think this way, you need to be this way, or you need to be that way, you need to think just like me. You know, have I ever steered you wrong before, was something I heard a lot out of my narcissistic mother. Haven't I always taken care of you? Haven't I always made sure you got everything you want? I did this for you, I did that for you. Why would I give you bad advice? And the golden child, you know, not knowing any better. Oh, okay. And you never really develop a mind of your own. Then when you become an adult and you really start, your narcissist parent will start to get on your nerves at that point. And you want to break away, you want to break loose, you want to break free. Most of you out there are probably just like me. For years and years and years and years, you wanted to break away, but it was like you just could not get that hold off of you. You just couldn't seem to make it. Why do you think that is? Your narcissist parent knows. Because they set it up from the very beginning to be just that way. They set you up for failure. Not saying they don't set the scapegoat up for failure too, they do. They definitely put a dent on them. But they really target that golden child because they think that golden child will never leave them. So, that's my take on being a golden child. Feel free to comment this video. If you are a golden or a scapegoat, I welcome all comments. Please keep them civil and respectful. I would very much appreciate that, because I think a lot of us have gone through a lot of abuse. I'm going to get into some more of my stories in later videos. And I want to keep this a friendly, safe, open environment. So until next time, bless every single one of you. I really hope you can find joy and peace and satisfaction with your life, because that's what we're here to do. Till next time, bye.